What is up? What is up? What is up? So, let me hold it closer so you can hear me. We back at it again. We back at it again with more videos. Hopefully, like I said, you can hear me. Just some sounds in the background, is what it is. But either way, the idea of this video is to essentially try this new thing that I'm gonna be trying to do. I won't be able to do it. I don't know how long I'll be able to do it for, but I'll try to do it as long as I can. My aim is to do this in the morning hours, though I can do it at other times, but I kind of want to make sure that I'm alone so I'm not bothering other people and all that different stuff. But the main thing is I'm over here in like a park or whatever, just a place, this play area over there, a bunch of trees. I'm on a bench, just chilling. So the idea is to do a couple things at once, to get out and about, to explore different areas, and to, in general, just kind of vlog my experience. Sometimes I do more stuff than usual, sometimes I don't. It doesn't really matter where I go, but I want to go out and about. Sometimes here and there, on my own lonesome, out and about, doing my thing, chilling with y'all, very simply out here. Hopefully you like these type of videos. If you do, smash like. You already know what it is. Smash like. Dislike if you don't like it, up to you. Otherwise, I honestly wouldn't even be watching if you don't like it anyway, but it is what it is. We're out here doing our thing, but basically, I'm trying to get my steps in, walk around. So the idea of this series is kind of just to walk to places, get my steps in, lose some weight in the process. Why not? Going to walk to places and walk to different places here and there. Sometimes I'll go to the same place. I think this place I'll probably come back to, but yeah, I do it in the morning because it's just like it's best to do it at that time. I can do it at night too. That's also good. Do it at night. Do it in the morning. Those type of times are best. Early morning like this is good. You just don't want people to be there while you're doing it. I mean, they can. I think it's fine if they're there, I guess, but I just don't want you hearing their conversations. I don't want to eavesdrop on that. So I want to make sure it's private for us. Make sure they don't hear what we're saying and all that different stuff. I can show you more places I go to maybe later, but for the most part, just chatting, bro. So the idea is I basically just want to make the series as like a free form type of thing, where I don't do it all the time, I don't do it every day, but I do as much as possible. So if I can do it every day, I will. But if stuff gets in the way, I can't. But I'll try to make time for it whenever I'm walking around, going out to places, getting my daily walks in. I can just kind of chat to y'all. So basically how I want to do the series is I kind of want to just talk about stuff. It's different from my channel, it's on my main channel, right? Where I'm just kind of, I'm already doing it, by the way, what I'm about to say. On my main channel, I try to make it to the point, right? I feel like those videos usually are more impactful for me, just because they're videos that you would got quiet. The videos where you would essentially you'd upload them and they just get their point across very quickly. Like the last one I recorded, it ended up being like around 10 minutes or something, barely 15. I don't even think it got to 15. It got like 11 minutes or something. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was very short. And then my video on my second channel was much longer because these ones are more free form. It's just the nature of them, right? I don't have like a point. I do have a point to these videos, but they're more me just talking. While the main channel, I have a point to my videos, and that makes it more impactful, short, punchy, impactful, and I like them. I'm gonna try to make more of them. Maybe I won't. I don't know, but I can't promise nothing. But I'm trying to. Working on one right now, and it's just something I want to do. Something that's fun to do, something I want to do, and something I want to just get started. Let's get it. Sorry, I'm trying to get it started. And I just want to talk on this channel. I want to start talking about stuff that's behind the scenes. Of course, I can talk more candid here. Right? I can talk more casual, vlog type style, chill type style. I should probably get one of those, I think I do have one. I have to go dig for it. But one of those lav. I don't have a lav mic. I can get an actual lav mic, but I have a mic that I can attach to myself. I remember the quality being garbage though, so I might need to actually save it for an actual lav mic. So from now on, you're probably gonna have to deal with me being this close to you, just because I have to make sure you can hear what I'm saying. So be used to be doing like this. If I need to pull away, I can pull away. But for the most part, I'm just going to be close up because that's just the vibe. So be used to the close up of my face if you want to, I guess. You can use it to, unlock your screen or something if you want. Unlock my screen with this video. To be honest, you could just do that. But I want it to be open for conversation, you know? Talk about things in the comments if you want to. In the community, all the different stuff. If you want me to make like a server or something so we can talk about stuff, let me know. You know, I can make a community server as we get bigger. But these are videos I just want to keep making. I don't really care to get big on this channel in particular. The other one I'm actually trying to build stuff with, but this one I don't really care too much. But if it does get big, that's cool. I want to use it as a catalyst. So I'll be going to different places, you know, just seeing it as a thing where I walk that day. I go to a place, try to walk every day, go to a different place. Sometimes the same place, that's fine. Just get used to it. And just talk, you know. I think that's how we want to do it. Just kind of talk. You know, I already made 2 videos. I already talked about 2 different topics today. I don't want to talk about the same topics over and over again, but sometimes they do reappear. Today I just want it to be, and for this type of series, I just want it to be more freeform. So that's what I'll try to do. Hopefully let me try to get a better camera angle, because I'm just looking down on you, my bad. Let me just try to do something like this. All right. Anyway, I don't have much to, like I said with these videos, I don't have much to, like, I have stuff to say, but I'm kind of just talking, right? I'm kind of just, like, existing. I feel like that's kind of the vibe that's good. Like, sometimes you just want a bit of silence. And, yeah. That's fine sometimes. But I've been doing some thinking, you know, on different stuff. You know, why come out here? Why even come out here and try this series? I guess it's just I want to be able to be productive and find ways to do things, you know? Like, I didn't have to come out here and just chill, right? But I wanted to. So I did. And sometimes God puts you in different situations and you gotta sink or swim, or you gotta make a decision. It is cold here, by the way. I got a hoodie on, but it's still cold. But there's something relaxing about being on your own, right? If I was here with someone else, it might not be as great, you know? There's something beautiful about being in that place where you're just kind of alone in a place for a while until people start coming in. But some parks, by the way, or some places you just go, there's nobody there ever, so it happens. But yeah, finding places where you can just be alone and talk out and about is difficult, but it's worth doing, I feel like, because there's many places like that. Like, so you'll find places where you're just alone and you're the only one there, but it helps put stuff into perspective. You will always have that experience, and you have to be okay with that, right? I mean, you can fill your life with tons of people all you want, right? Maybe that'll make you happy for a moment, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to come to the end of yourself and say, wait a second, that didn't necessarily fulfill me. That didn't fulfill me in the way that I thought it would. It didn't put into perspective things in the way that I thought it would. You get fulfillment when you're alone with God. You get fulfillment when you're alone with yourself and the environment. You know? I used to do that. You know, I would go on, like, trips. I went on this one trip, and by the way, I want to make this channel more, like, personal, but I also don't. I will talk about, like, personal stuff, but I won't mention names or places or any, like, unique identifying things. If I'm, for example, if we're talking about, like, Disneyland, though, I can talk about Disneyland. Like, okay, I went to Disneyland. It's like, everybody knows what that is, right? But, like, if I went to, like, a trail or something, I can't tell you the exact one because that might be a little bit too crazy. But I'm going to talk about this. I went to a trail. And I was on a trip somewhere, right? Hey, that's very vague. I was on a trip somewhere with some people, family and stuff. I went because I was like, you know, it might be fun. I honestly don't really know why I went. It wasn't the best trip, but it was at least interesting a little bit. But I spent most of the trip just on my own. Like, I was with them, but I would go off on my own little adventure. I would take small videos. Like, I recorded small videos of, like, creeks and, you know, just wilderness. And it was a very interesting trip. Like, part of that trip, we had went on, like, a trail, and I got out, or I was, like at a different point than them. I got out at a different point, and I really needed to go to the bathroom. So what I did was, I got out, and I was, like, waiting on the side of the road for the rest of my peeps to come out. And they took a while. I went in to go find them. I was like, let me go find where they are. I found where they are, did the whole trail again, Well, I actually didn't do it. At first, I didn't even do it. But I was like, you know what? They're taking a little long. They're going really slow. I went in there, did the whole trail by myself, basically ran the trail. And then I saw them. I'm like, all right, you guys coming out soon? They're like, yeah, we're coming out soon. And then I just passed them by, went about my way, came back. I believe I came back another time to say what's up again, and then I went back out. I don't know what. It was crazy. Either way, at the end of the day, I was sitting there, or I was just standing at the edge of the, just at the edge of the street, and I was like, I really need to go to the bathroom, but I don't know where the nearby bathroom is. I need to go number 2. I couldn't just pee in the bushes. I would do that, but I couldn't even do that because it was number 2. I was like, I could wait a little bit, but I was tempted to like put my like thumb up and be like, hey, someone come grab me. You know what I'm saying? Take me, hitchhike, you know what I mean? But I didn't do that. I waited patiently, and then they finally came out a while later, and then we just went our way. We went to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But like that trip was interesting because of the different stuff that happened. It was pretty it was pretty calming being able to be in a lot of different nature environments. Went to a bunch of places, but there was times where I would go away from people. I would do my stuff on my own. There's a bunch of stuff like that. Going up different mountains, trails, going across different trails. I would be like going on my own. I would basically be on my own, doing my own thing, even though I was with other people. It's just like, it's kind of just different, right? And I found that to be kind of freeing in a way, that even though you're with someone else or other people, you can still do that. I'm thinking to myself, if I was there with like a partner, would I do the same? And I'm thinking about it in my mind. I'm thinking about the potential of that. And I think I wouldn't spend as much time alone. But I think I would. I think there would be certain moments where I did do that, where I did the same thing. I think most of the time I wouldn't, especially if it's just me and them. I think if it was just me and them, there's a good chance I don't do that at all. But if it was me and them and then some other people were there, I think I might go solo for like a couple portions of time. I might run ahead randomly and they have to come chase after me. And then they wouldn't find me. They have to search for me. I think I would do that. I think I would do that. I'll be gone for a minute. I think that's what I would do. So I'm just put my leg up real quick, getting comfortable. I think that's what I would honestly do. I would do that because like being alone is not an issue. It's not something you should be afraid of. I used to have an immense fear of just being alone. Even though I was doing it a lot, I still was afraid of it. And I feel like that was a big issue that I definitely shouldn't have been doing that. Because it doesn't help you at all. You just feel alone. But now I'm like, I didn't realize I would go into different situations where there's a lot of people and I just wouldn't like it. But then I go into a place like this where I'm chilling and alone and it just feels calming. And it also goes to show, like, I don't like if I'm playing with people in games, right? I don't like big game groups of like a lot of people. I usually like duo one-on-one. That's what I like. And the reason why I like that is because it just works the best for me, right? It's just a thing that works the best for me. I just realized this is like kind of like really thinking about this. This is also kind of like a diary type of thing, Of course, it's not as explicit as a real diary, but it still works with my thoughts and feelings. But yeah, why I like that one-on-one connection is just you're able to really talk to someone and have that connection normally. And for me personally, I usually find men to be more willing to do that. Like, I'll go reach out for people to play, let's say Rivals or another game. At any point, it could be anything, right? I'm like, I'll play whatever game you want. Let's just talk, bro. And it'll be like, because I'm just trying to have a conversation, bro. I know the game doesn't matter. It's just the catalyst. I'll go and I'll be like, let's play games. And men will be so likely to be like, yeah, let's one-on-one, bro. I'll do it. Some of them won't, but then there's more men looking to play games like that than there are women. But they'll be like, yeah, I'll do a duo, bro. I'll one-on-one. We'll just play a game and talk, bro. But what is it with the women not wanting to do that, bro? It's so often that they're like, I don't know what it is. Like, most of the time, women don't respond. Like, it's just, they just don't respond. Like, they have too much They're too good for you. They won't respond. That's the thing. You're not even trying to chat them up. You're just trying to be like, hey, let's play a game. Like, you're just like this other dude who I would have played with. You're just happen to not be a man. And I'm like, do you want to play a game or something? Do you want to just talk or something? Is there a problem with that? Is there a problem with that? Like, oh, but you have ulterior motives. If things go to that, they go to that. I don't got ulterior motives when I'm just trying to chat and play some games, bro. But it's like they sit there and they're like, oh, no. Let's play with other people. And it's like, it's so often that women, first off, don't want to voice chat. That's so common with women. They just don't want to do it. They're just nervous or whatever have you, and they just don't want to do it. Some of them even argue with me about it. I'm like, what are we doing here, bro? You're arguing to not use voice chat. Just say you don't want to use voice chat, and we can leave it at that and go our separate ways. That's it, bro. Don't argue with me about it. I got my boundaries. Don't argue with me about it. I love when they don't argue. Get out of my face. It's nothing else to it, bro. But it's so weird that my experience with them is like just cold. With most women, it's just cold. I don't get it, bro. Why are so many of them cold today, man? I really don't get that. Like, I have the best experiences talking to men. And this isn't even misogynist. It's just the reality of the situation of what I've experienced. The men are just chill, bro. At certain points, I would just seek them out. I would just avoid the women because I'm like, y'all are trying to be weird. Y'all are trying to be weird, bro. Y'all always think there's some ulterior motive or something. If some happens to be like that, like, what's the problem? Like, yeah, sure, something happens to be like that. It's like, oh yeah, you're connecting and some works, cool. But why from the jump are you acting weird? From the jump, I barely even said anything. And you, from the jump, acting weird. If things happen that way, you should be okay with that. If they don't happen, you should be okay with that. But from the jump, you assume I tell your motives. And that's the thing. If I have the motive to chat you up, then I have the motive to chat you up. If I don't, then I don't. But for the most part, I don't have that need or want to do that. But, here's a but, I am open to it. For them, they are not open to it. And that's perfectly fine. If I'm open to it but not trying to do it, that still works in congruence with you not being open to it at all. Because we're both starting from the basis of we're cool without it. You don't want it, and I'm cool without it. That's it. But most of them lie. They are okay with it when the right person comes along, but they're not willing to look for that right person. And it's like, that's why I say a lot of the time, they waste your time, bro. They want to join with 10 other people and chat with 10 other people. Or they just want to play games with 10 other people and not even voice chat. I'm thinking, like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? You don't even really want to voice chat for real. You just like chill. And it's like, why are you trying to invite me to like random stuff? It just doesn't make any sense. You're trying to play with tons of people. I'm just trying to duo. Like, nah, we don't want to duo. We want to surround ourselves with so much validation and people just to inflate our ego. It's like, okay, bro. Like, I have nothing else to say. Oh, someone here with their dog. That's what's up. It's like, I have nothing else to say about that, bro. Like, that's just how it goes. And that's just, it becomes sad at times, you know. And it makes me want to just go to, like, it literally, I'm thinking, like, I would rather just duo with the men then, because the women don't even want to duo. Like, it is what it is, but that's just my experience, you know. I'm sure there are some out there that are cool with duoing and stuff like that or whatever. And I'm sure they exist, but it's like, you know, it depends. Depends on the person and all that different stuff. But, I mean, yeah. You know, that's just really where we're at, you know. You know, another thing is you start, sometimes you just care a lot, you know. It's just a bunch of care. You know, really you come into that good place when you stop that, you know. Like, you find yourself in a really good place when you stop that. You do. I mean, like, a really good place where you just stop caring. Like, there's so many irrelevant cares. Like, so many of them. An immense amount of them. Like, an abundant amount of them. You just care about this, you care about that. It's not like you can't care about things, but you find yourself caring too much about certain things that don't need that much care from you. Like, you could care less. Not to be I said it before. Not to be careless, but you could care less. You know? You could technically. But it's up to you. It's always been up to you. Now, there's certain things that you put some type of, like, you put more value in them. But you have to sometimes take it away. Yeah, sometimes these really turn into, like, advice. I mean, they don't need to. They don't need to turn into advice, but sometimes they just do. Sometimes they just do. It's like, that's just how it goes. And they don't necessarily need to turn into that, but I find it cool sometimes, just give some advice. It's kind of like a thing I like to do. I like to teach, I like to teach and do stuff like that. Just a thing I like to do sometimes. Hey, teach. It's like with gaming, I like to teach people. With languages, it doesn't even matter what it is. Life, languages. I always like to teach, Some people don't like it though. Like, I'll try to teach you something new and interesting, and they're like, no, I don't care. It's like, okay. It's not like they tell you that they don't care. They just don't care, and they just expect you to think that they don't care, but they don't want to have any. Man, people are weird, bro. Yeah, they think they know but they don't want to say it, bro. They don't want to say it, but yeah, I'm just saying some grievances, just how it goes. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, let's talk about some good stuff. Since we're here, update it real quick. I mean, overall, I think we're doing good on the channel. I think the main channel is doing okay. We're gonna start some new videos soon. I'm just making what I want to make. Before, when I would be like, oh, I need to make this type of content, it just doesn't really work. Push boundaries, man. Push boundaries. Push those places that you thought you couldn't go past. You thought you couldn't do that thing, but then you realize you can. Push those boundaries. You can do anything you set your mind to. There's no reason why we need to have niches on YouTube. There's no reason why we need to. I mean, I like to make certain channels different. Like, I don't want to upload gaming on this channel, but the game, usually on my videos when I talk about topics, I put gaming in the background on the other channel just to make sure it's actually gaming. Even though it is technically commentary. But either way, I just want to start making stuff that I think everyone should try to get to that level of just making stuff that you really want to make. Not just making stuff because you feel like you have to, but you make it because you feel like that's what you want to make at that moment in time. That's what I've been doing. Starting that process, start trying to rap a little bit, put my thoughts down on paper, try to rap a little bit. I'm not really a beat maker, so I just kind of use other beats, but just trying to, want either a free beat, or I guess I could go license some of them, that type of thing. But I don't even have to really release them as actual songs either. I don't even have to. I could just make them, and then they're used as a catalyst. I have one that I made that, I just kind of like rapped over it, and it was actually pretty fun. And I could use that one, do more with that one, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just a fun catalyst. If you want to hear it, I guess you can. I might upload it on this channel or something. I don't know, maybe I'll upload it somewhere. I don't want to put too much effort into it, so I might just upload it on the channel or something. This one just like casually. It's a pretty cool one. It's a pretty cool rap. I feel like I can rap pretty well. It's something that's fun to me, so I can do that. I'm learning how to do it. It's kind of adjacent to voice acting, so it kind of like fits a certain bill. Fits a certain thing that I'm looking for. So yeah. Anyway, let's just go on a quick walk while I keep talking. So let me hold it closer so you can hear me good. Anyway, basically, like, we need to kind of take life a little more, easy, and just do things that we want to do. We spend a lot of our time doing things that we don't want to do, instead of spending time doing things that we do want to do. We should spend a little more time on the things that make us happy. If that's rapping for you, if that's doing art, but don't let things steal your peace, man. Just don't do that. There's no reason to. There's plenty of things that will do that to you. I mean, there are very, very, very many. It's easy to lose it, to lose your peace. It's almost simple. I mean, it almost takes no effort at times. It actually takes more effort to keep it. Hey, that's a bar. That's a bar. It takes effort to keep your peace. It's something that takes time, investment, and effort. It's not easy. It's not a simple solution. It's not something that appears overnight. It's something you have to cultivate more. It's something that I've been trying to do. No easy solution to a lot of things. I mean, there are easy solutions to a lot of things, but to that, there isn't. I mean, like I said, there's easy solutions to a lot of things, but for peace, it's something you have to really fight for. You know, why do you think there's been a lot of wars? It's because peace is hard to fight for. It's difficult, and you have to fight for it. You can't just let it exist. You have to fight for it. You have to literally spend effort fighting for it. So if people are stealing it, you have to let them go. It don't matter how good their physical is. It doesn't matter how they are like perceived or how you perceive them surface levelly. All that don't matter, bro. All that really don't matter. You gotta just like understand you got what you got, man. And you don't need nothing else. And you don't need just people who aren't gonna be in the right place for you, man. Or just people who just can't be there for you. Who can't exist in a place where they can be amicable. People who can't, they're just not for you. So, yeah, man. You gotta keep your head on your shoulders, man. Keep your head up. You know what I mean? It's important. It's very, very, very important. You know, you could find yourself meeting people that are chill, man. You could. It's possible. But odds are you're gonna have to be alone for a while, man. And there's so many low value people that being alone is not really an issue. It's better to be alone in your safety, or rather in your peace. Not necessarily safety, but your peace. Technically safety. Than it is to be around volatile and horrible people, man. That's it. And just don't be in places that you hate longer than you have to. Hey, man. We spin right there, man. Don't be in places you hate longer than you have to, man. Don't do that. I said, don't do that. Don't do that, man. But either way, we better head on back. Get back, go ahead and upload this, and come back another time tomorrow. Probably gonna go back, upload this. I need to put I'm moving jobs, so gotta put some job applications in, you know what I mean? And then basically have a crow. And then after that, basically do some effort on my channel. I got some videos to make. I'm starting to make videos again, man. I don't like editing, but it is what it is. Starting to make some videos. Need to record some gameplay background footage, so gotta get that recorded. But otherwise, yeah, we're gonna get back to it, and then we're basically gonna do that, do some other errands, type stuff. Get on that stuff, do stuff we got to do, and yeah, that's it, man. But yeah, for now, we're starting this new series. So if you want to see more of it, you know what I'm saying, you know what to do. You know what to do, man. Leave that like, man. Subscribe for more, man. It's about to be probably most of our main content that I actually upload. So, and wherever I go, I can always find a place to record, and I find that pretty nice because I can record around like other people who are around. Like sometimes people around it I can record. I don't really care too much, but like, and not when there's a lot of people, not because I care what they think, but it's just I don't want to ruin the content by having a bunch of voices talking, bro. But if that's the nature of the video, then sure. But we just kind of vlogging for real, man. We vlogging for real. I don't want to show any place. The reason why I'm so close to the camera is I don't want to show any like unique identifiers either. I just want you to see the sky and trees. That's about it, So I'm kind of just covering the camera with my face, bro. So that's kind of that's the vibe we on. Yeah, these videos don't really have outros. They kind of end when they end. So I'll say like subscribe and like and stuff just randomly in the video, even though the video's not over. I'll act like it's over, but it's not. I mean, I've been doing that though. I've been doing that. I've been doing stuff like that, bro. These days I've been walking with confidence. You got to, bro. You got to. It's something that you kind of just have to gain it, man. It doesn't come easy. I mean, it doesn't come easy to me. I tell you that for sure. It ain't come easy to me, and it's not complete yet. I'm still working on it, man. But you only feel that complete and happy and confident when you with God, bro. It's God-like confidence. It's Christ-like confidence, bro. For a period of time, I didn't have that confidence. But then I realized my value. I realized my value in Christ. I realized my value in God's eyes. And for a moment, I even realized it's not for a moment, but at a certain point, I even realized my value in the world's eyes because of my high value traits that I got from God. So I realized my value within the world, too. Technically, I had some. More than I thought I did. I was actually a decent bit attractive. More than decent. From what it seemed. I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. And I was like, wait a second. So even then, like, my viewpoint of myself changed. But then it changed a little bit for the worse. I was like, okay, I'm cool now. Yeah, I'm cool now, bro. But it's like, yeah, I guess. But it's like, oh, there's a squirrel. There's a lot of squirrels here, actually. But I was like, it changed for the better. And I'm like, it changed for the worse first. I was like, it gets to your head or something. And then you get humbled and you realize not everyone likes you. And you're like, okay, whatever. And then you just don't care. You get to that black pill and you're like, man, I don't care no more, bro. I really don't. I don't know if that's the right word usage for that, by the way. But this is a big park, by the way. Crazy. It's a big park. Hold up. I'm gonna come back here, brother. It's kind of a big park for real. It's a lot of places to walk. All right. Yeah. You get to a place where it's like you just don't care anymore, man. You just don't care. Well, I don't have much time on this recording, so I can only record for like less than 10 minutes. But it's fine. We'll record until the end of it. But yeah, man, you just don't care anymore. Like, you'll see stuff that's just stupid and you just don't care. You'll see stuff that's dumb and you don't care. People hate you and you don't care. They love you and you don't care. Because God's love is the only one that matters. And it's like, people will like you. Like, if you're someone like me who's trying to be the best you can, be nice to people, the best well, not nice, but high value and just kind of you're treating them right. Even if you have to tell them what's what, I don't accept BS anymore, man. I just can't. Sometimes I do, don't get me wrong, I mess up, but I just can't do that no more, bro. It just sucks. It just doesn't feel right. I don't want to accept horribleness anymore. I'm just tired of it. Like, you gotta give me more, bro. You gotta give me more. And I'm trying to give more. I'm trying to do my best. Look my best. Feel my best. You know, have my best going on for me, financially and otherwise. I mean, it's hard out here, man. It's hard. It's not easy. But you try, man. You try. You definitely try, and it's not so simple as you think, but you gotta at least try. There's some houses around here, so let me try not to be too loud. I don't know why this house isn't this park, but it is what it is. I'll probably turn. Ooh, this goes in, bro. Yo, this park is massive, bro. What? It is so much bigger than I thought. What the? Okay, yeah, we're near houses though, so let's be more quiet. Either way, man. Like, it goes in, bro. I don't know if I can go in all. I mean, I'll try though. But yeah, man, you gotta keep your head up, king and queens. I know there's some of y'all out there, man. Same with the kings. I know there's some of y'all out there. Few and far between kings and queens left, man. But I know y'all out there. It's becoming fewer and fewer, I'll tell you that. It's becoming fewer and fewer, man. Fewer and fewer. Less of y'all out there, man. Less of y'all out there. Becoming a scarce resource, you know? Becoming a scarce resource. And yeah, we'll probably stop this one once I get to the end of this trail here. Yeah. But man, you gotta realize, man, it's like nothing's gonna be perfect, bro. Life is tough. It's tough, man. Unexpected, horrible things happen all the time, bro. Like, you might not survive past the day you're living in right now today, bro. It's another reason why I like these videos, man. I get to get my thoughts out right now, how they are. I don't know if I even got it tomorrow, bro. I mean, it's fine if I even don't get my thoughts out. I don't need them to get out. We're chilling either way, bro. We're chilling either way. But man, it's like, this is a perfect place to run, I'll tell you that. Running this way, yeah, man, you right here with some music on, bro. Man, you better be cooking for it. I think this leads out somewhere. Yeah, I think this leads out somewhere. Let's see where it leads real quick. Some of these houses look kind of abandoned somehow. There's some construction over there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of, I think this leads out. Right back. I'll tell you what's happening over here real quick. Yeah, it just leads out to the street. See, it's another exit. Leads out to the street, not the way I need to be going. So, yeah, I'm just going to go back. But, yeah, I mean, I don't got much time on this recording, so I'm going to kind of just end it here, walk on out, you know what I mean? And, yeah. Either way, been fun. I'll come back another time. Talk again for however long. We talked for a good 40 minutes this time around, so I got a minute left on this recording anyway. Let's end it off. But I'll be back another time. Continue the same conversation or start a new one. Don't really matter. Just trying to come out here as much as possible. Do my thing. Get it popping. Do some runs, you know, do some walks and stuff. Get the blood pumping, you know what I mean? And just exist for the rest of the walk back. I'm gonna just kind of ruminate, exist, enjoy the trail, the nature. I'll come back here for sure. It's a nice trail. It's a nice park. It's quite much bigger than I thought, so yeah, man. Anyway, it's rather clean. I mean, it doesn't have too much garbage around it, so it's pretty nice. Either way, fun talking. I'll go ahead and head out. See you whenever I see you. if I see you. I love that outro. I'll see you whenever I see you, if I see you. And stay tuned for more videos on the main channel and this channel. We going crazy on the channels anyway, so peace, man. Peace, man. Peace.